Hello and welcome to Awesome TV. मैं हूँ पूजा नवाथे and today I am with Sheena Chauhan. Hello, hi and welcome to Awesome TV.
Thank you so much for having me. This is my first interview of the year.
Oh my God.
2023 for me was a lot of personal growth and a lot of professional growth. Personally, I think I've become much more aware as a person because when you are able to really understand things better, you evolve better, your awareness grows, your perception grows, you are able to just, I think, be more confident, the experience teaches you a lot. So 2023 was a lot of learning, and I think if you're not learning and not growing, you're not progressing, you're dying. So that for me was 2023. 2024 is very exciting because on the professional front, I have 4 projects which are about to release. So I'm really looking forward to it because each one of it is diverse roles, each one of it is with different genres and amazing directors, and I think the most amazing roles in my career so far that I have played.
You mentioned about. So can you elaborate on the same?
So I have Sant Tukaram. Sant Tukaram is with Subodh Bhaveji, and it's a Hindi feature film. I play Avli, the character, which as you're a Marathi, you study it in the books, in the history books. So this is
Most
a
prominent role.
Yes, it's a prominent role, and I really enjoyed Pooja because preparing for this character and really going to the history and really understanding what this woman was really about and how she really supported her husband, who really created a big spiritual movement in India. Sant Tukaram is one of the most honored and looked up to even today, and you all study about it. So in Maharashtra, because I come from, I'm a Sardarni, but I grew up in Bengal, so I studied Tagore. but Sant Tukaram is a project that I'm really looking forward to. Then I also have a Telugu film I'm just wrapping up shooting. It's alongside J.D. Chakravarti, and it's my first Telugu debut, so I'm very excited. I play a very interesting, exciting, action-filled character. And I also have a love story, a short film which I just completed called Amar Prem, so that's coming out. And last but not the least, I played a negative role in a OTT web series, which is again in post-production and is going to come out this year. So these are the 4 projects, and I think we've just begun.
Diversified roles. Is it challenging?
Acting for me is a lot about really understanding life. So how I embrace it is by going and observing life, by understanding people, and also at the same time researching about the character. I'm a great believer in research and preparation because I come from theatre. I did 5 years of theatre in Calcutta and then Delhi with Arvind Kaurji. So that taught me, theatre really taught me the importance of preparation and training, and really being a true professional is somebody who really understands their craft and works on it and learns and really masters it. So that is always the first approach I have towards any character. So I have my own set of techniques I use, but I'll be very honest with you. One thing I have realized along the journey is there is no set way of approaching the characters. Like you asked me, like there are versatile roles. Each director has their own process. So like when I worked in my first film with Mammootty in the South, it was a Malayalam film, my director was very organic. His process was very organic and spontaneous. And when you're working with Mammootty, you just realize that you have a legend in front of you and you've got to be in the moment and really play with that energy. Then I did 2 films of Buddhadev Dasgupta on Rabindranath Tagore's films, where he just told me to read Tagore's poems. I was playing Mukti in Patralekha, I was Tagore's daughter, and that was a process. And I just was able to, the narrative was poetry, and I was able to inculcate that in my character and bring it. Then when I did Ant's Story, which was on Netflix, my director Mustafa Sarwar Farooqi, which actually traveled to the film festivals and it really did well. That film, again, he was very organic, and his approach was just like, just come like a blank state. Of course, prepare the language really well, so I did that. And I think every film, every role, every character has its own process. I do my research, but when I go on set, I'm just like a blank slate and like a child, like I feel like I'm just starting now, and I just want to be open, like an open book, and just absorb everything and be a vision for the director's narrative.
Absolutely.
So working down the south is very different because the cultures are very different, the language is different, and the passion for filmmaking there is amazing. Because even on the streets, or when sometimes films are released, I know for a fact, even with Mammootty, they literally pour milk and they worship them down south. You know that the kind of passion they have for filmmaking. So it's a very different culture. I think for me, south is, of course I started from the south, so I have a soft corner for the south, Malayalam and now Telugu, and but it's just a different culture, different professional atmosphere than Bollywood, or so to say Bombay. Working with Mammootty, as I said, he was very comfortable to work with. He just made me very comfortable on the first day, having conversations. I never felt like I'm talking to a star. I can't also have that in my mind. I was playing his wife, but I was a little nervous, but I really enjoyed the experience. Yes, they're very down to earth. They are, whether you look at a Rajnikant ji, or you look at Mammootty, or even J.D. Chakravarti, who I'm working with right now, they are very down to earth, and you feel that I think they just let their work speak for themselves. That's how they believe in. They don't believe in showing off. They are. And actually, it reminds me of one beautiful quote I had read about art, that any artist, and I see this in the South Star especially, you just want to be in the moment. You don't want to show yourself to be somebody else, because it's like a painting, it just exists. So let the work speak, let the painting show its beauty as it is. Don't show, don't prove, just exist, So I just feel they're huge, like the stars down south are huge, their films are huge. And I'm really excited because doing this Telugu project for me is a beginning of a whole new adventure down south. So it's a very action-oriented role, and I play a junior to J.D. Chakravarti. I'm not allowed right now because they have not announced it, but I can just say it's because I've also been a brown belt in karate, and martial arts has always been love for me, very action-oriented, also physically demanding role. So learning the language, using a dialect coach to getting into the skin of the character, for me, I think the whole experience has been quite different from anything that I've done so far. Absolutely. I think that I'm at a stage in my life today where my only goal is to really be in the moment and really, freedom. And that comes with really going with the flow, not preparing, and just completely trusting in the moment and being in the present moment and just letting it flow. And that has come with a lot of practice also, because you have to kind of, I think acting is an art of letting go. And when you let yourself go, magic happens. And trusting the process, trusting your director, but at the same time, it's magic, really it is magic. I think as actors we create magic. So really trusting the process. As I said, that the greatest learning from the South actors that I observe has been to see how they just exist, and they let their work speak. And like you just mentioned, Vijay sir or Mammootty or Rajnikant ji, you can see that, and every character that they do is so versatile and so different. There's so much subtlety to it. So many actors. I want to work with so many actors. I want to work with so many actors down south. I want to work with so many actors from the Indian film fraternity, also in Hollywood. But I don't have one choice of actors. I would just say that I want to work with actors who are true collaborators and teammates, where I can be able to create something amazing, something magical that basically transcends and is timeless, in terms of the story. I'm a storyteller. So for me, being able to work with a very experienced actor or a new actor, it's all about collaborating with their energy. I think my only message is that, I want to say this because I am the ambassador for human rights, and I want to say that basically, we have to understand that human rights are right now just an ideal dream, and we want to make it a reality so that each one of us can really flourish and prosper, and that comes when basic respect and dignity for life exists. So you have a voice, and your voice matters. So let's just get up and do the work instead of waiting for things to happen. Go out and make them happen, and happen through things. So that's what I would like to say.